are you? Today I brought a wonderful low-carb recipe for your lunch or dinner. It's perfect if you're looking to lose weight and follow a low-carb diet. In fact, this recipe is ketogenic. You're going to love it. It's very healthy, a balanced, complete, and economical meal. You probably have all the ingredients at home, and there aren't many of them. Stay until the end because you won't want to miss it. In fact, this recipe is fantastic if you also want to control your blood sugar. You're going to love it. If you're new here, take a moment to subscribe to the channel and remember to turn on the notification bell so you get notified. I post new videos every day. You're going to love them. It's very easy and quick to make, and you'll find the ingredients with their quantities listed below, along with the nutritional information, so you can make it at home. So, I'm going to turn on my pan now because I'm going to start in the middle. I'll begin with the delicious filling I'm going to make. To brown things here, I'm going to add a bit of olive oil. Remember that I have videos here on the channel talking about the benefits of olive oil. When we think of olive oil, we usually think of salads. But remember that we can and should cook with olive oil, as long as we don't reach its smoke point, so we don't denature this healthy fat. That's why I'm going to add my onion right away. And remember that olive oil is anti-inflammatory, it's an antioxidant, it helps control cholesterol, and it's good for our heart. I've already added the onion here because it helps lower the temperature of the olive oil a bit, so it's going to brown here and get a good saute. And this step is important for the flavor to turn out well. When we use more basic ingredients, even more affordable ones, it's important that we take our time sauteing, browning, and cooking so the food turns out tasty, because that's what gives it that homemade, comforting, mom's cooking flavor. Remember that onions are naturally prebiotic. They help the beneficial bacteria and yeast in our bodies because they basically serve as food for them. Besides that, they're super rich in fiber and have a wonderful flavor. I'm going to add a bit of salt here now, which will help my onions saute nicely. I'll add the rest of the seasonings later. So, the first thing I'm going to do here is let the onions saute for 2 minutes, and I'll be right back. My onions are already sauteed. Now I'm going to add the tomatoes. I removed the seeds so it wouldn't get too watery. Now I'll wait for the tomatoes to cook down and get nice and soft. And I'm also going to add my carrot here, which I grated to make it cook even faster, which makes this process easier. Remember that carrots, although they have some carbohydrates, don't actually have that much. In fact, many people think carrots have a lot more carbs than they really do. So remember that it can be included in a low-carb diet, as long as you use it in moderation, like everything else, of course. I'm also going to add more seasonings here. I'll put in a bit of black pepper, a bit of paprika, which will add a special flavor. And besides bringing vitamins, it has beta-carotene. It's an antioxidant. I'm adding a bit of turmeric here, a powerful anti-inflammatory. I'll also add a bit of oregano. You can use whichever seasonings you prefer. Now that everything has softened and cooked, and the tomato has also reduced its water, everything looks wonderful here. I'm going to add my chicken. I'm using cooked, shredded, and seasoned chicken that I already had. If you want to use raw chicken, that works too, but you should add it at the same time as the onion, right at the beginning, so it cooks more thoroughly. So now I'm going to give everything a good mix. Just wait for the flavors to blend together, and then we'll start assembling. I'll explain it to you in a moment. Look, I waited for the filling to cool down a bit so I wouldn't burn myself when handling it. While the filling was cooking, I just washed the cabbage and then blanched these leaves here for us to use in our recipe. And it's going to be really great because since cabbage leaves are quite large, we can fill them with all of this mixture we just made. So, I'm going to add a really generous amount of our seasoned vegetables with chicken here. The smell is amazing. Make it, and I'm sure you're going to love it. I'm going to put a good amount here. And now it's really easy. We just fold it up like this. And I'm going to transfer it over here to this other plate. I'll set it aside and keep making the others here. I think to show you here, I'm going to make about 3 or 4. I'll see and let you know exactly. Then we'll finish them off. Hold on. Look, on this plate there are 3 rolls, but you can make 3 more. It makes 6 pieces in total. You can eat it like this, but I'm going to add a bit of cheese on top. This is mozzarella. It'll still be low carb and will give it a special touch, a nice flavor. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Tell me if you like adding cheese to your food or not. And to finish, I'm going to add a bit of green onion here too, which I love. I'm going to take it to melt. You can do this in the microwave, in a frying pan, or in the oven to gratin. Tell me which way you prefer. Look, I melted it in the microwave super quick. I'm going to cut a piece to show you how it turns out. Make it, you'll love it. The smell is amazing. I am very curious to know which specific seasonings you usually use to enhance the taste of your food. Please do let me know down here in the comments section below. Remember that I have other delicious low-carb recipes down below, as well as a playlist of lunch and dinner recipes. I'll leave it here in the description for you. Also remember to like the video because that really helps me out, and share this recipe with anyone who would enjoy it, with anyone who needs it. Let's spread this chain of kindness together. That's what I want here on the channel. Let's try it. It's absolutely wonderful. It's super flavorful. And of course, you can't even taste the cabbage. It really feels like a regular pasta. It's the filling that's making all the difference. Make it. You'll love it. See you next time. Bye.